Hi book lovers, Gunilla here with Usborne Books and More, and I want to talk about the clock, telling the time. Do you have any young people that are starting to ask questions about the clock, what time it is, how long time will it take, when will we be there, when will my friend come over? We have several different books, and I wanted to kind of clarify for what level or what they cover, so you can buy the right book for answering the questions that your child has. So, the first one, if we start from like the first interest in clocks, I would pick this one, Telling the Time, with illustrations by Stephen Cartwright. It's a story by Stephen Cartwright where you incorporate the time of the day. It covers the full hours, and it has the clock up here with the movable hands. So it talks about the two hands, and you can manipulate it to show your child what time it is. You certainly can, put it to whatever time you want, so you don't have to stick to just the full hours, because it's a full functioning clock. But the pictures inside are very traditional, engaging, about Stephen Cartwright's typical figures, living on the farm, riding the train, taking care of the animals throughout the day. And for each page of the story, you can set the time to what they're talking about. At 12 o'clock, they're having lunch. So you show what 12 o'clock looks like. And when they're done eating, it's 1 o'clock. So you show what that looks like, and your kids can do this by themselves. I think it's lovely. It does go into half hour toward the end, very briefly, so it's an introduction to the half-hour concept as well. And it can really grow with the kid too, since you can move the clock, and it's just fun to move the clock. The next level, when the kids are starting to learn about quarter hours, half hours, maybe the difference between digital time and analog clocks and so on, I would recommend the Wipe Clean. It's one of our lovely Wipe Clean books that come with a dry erase pen. If you, for some reason, we've used this book. This is our display. So we've used this pen, but I'm successful in putting it back into the little case here and sticking it back on the book. I've heard that depending on what climate you live in, maybe this kind of doesn't want to stay here, so you have to keep track of the pen separately. If you lose it, no big deal, just get another dry erase pen at the office store, just a regular Amazon purchase or whatever. So you just wipe down with a little cloth or paper when you've written something with a dry erase pen, and then it's good to go. You can use it for several kids. You can use it in a preschool environment, and that many kids use this. It starts out with explaining the clock's features, and then it goes into the full hours to start with, and goes on to so here we've written a little bit, for instance. Spud goes shopping at, my son has written 10 o'clock because the clock shows 10. Spud eats lunch at 1 o'clock. So this is easy to erase when you're done, and you can use the book again. As with many of our Wipe Clean books, I love the stories about the monsters. And we have the hungry monsters when they eat. We have let's see here. We have a monster mail route. The mailman has to go and deliver mail to different monsters, and how long does it take? And here you can see that it's alternating between saying quarter to with words, as opposed to a blank line here, colon 15, to show that you can express time in writing and verbally in different ways. It goes on to cover digital clocks also, to show the difference between analog and digital. It has the monster train and the departure times from the different monster cities. And finally, I really like this one. The last page is where you can write in how your day is scheduled, and even changing if your schedule is different on different days. So what do you do? What time do you finish school in the afternoon? What time do you eat dinner? And so on. So you can write that in here, and it's just $7.99. This is probably my favorite of all the white clean books that we have, just because the clock is such a liberating thing to learn. It gives kids independence and control, a sense of control. They know what's going to happen and when, and it's not just like they're being shuffled around by grown-ups without understanding their plan. So I really encourage you to teach your kids about clock and time as soon as they start being interested. The last level is a Lift the Platt book. All these books are Usborne publishing, so they're all super high quality, as always to be expected by Usborne. It tells you about analog and digital. It also talks about hours, minutes, and seconds, that there are 60 minutes in an hour, things like that. So it's a little more math involved. It tells you past the hour and to the hour, as well as, what was I going to say here? The digital clocks come in again. It has all these flaps to lift, which I haven't done with this book yet. It's not our display, it's for sale. And it talks about AM and PM, 24-hour clock, how you express time that way. How long does it take? It shows like a basketball game versus a race versus lifting a heavyweight competition. How long does it take to do those different things? It also shows time in days, weeks, months, years, so you can get the larger concept. So again, a lot more math involved here. You can practice the months, the order of the months in the year, and so on. And the final page here has the two hands of the clock that you can pop out here, insert them into this clock, and use them to show different times, just like on that first book we looked at where you had the movable arms. So this is a wonderful, wonderful tool that has over 125 flaps to lift. So it's something that you wouldn't read in just one sitting. You would take it out and look at a few more things and then put it away and look at it again. And then your kids can go back to it and have fun with it. So hope you liked what you saw, and that one of these books will be the right fit for your young one learning about time. Thanks for watching. Bye.